Hey everyone, it's Laura and Prince. Happy Mask Monday. I normally wear more clothes when I do videos because I'm not like super comfortable with my arms and shoulders, but it is so freaking hot today. I'm filming this on Sunday. It's May 2nd, but was like close to 80 degrees here today, and it was in the mid 80s here yesterday, which is unusual for this time of year, but you know, tomorrow it's going to be in the 50s because that's how we roll here in Wisconsin. But it's very muggy because we're right by a giant body of water. So, and I refuse to turn on air conditioning for, 2 days. So it's very hot in the house. So that's why I'm bearing my flabby arms. But anyway, I'm going to do a get to know me tag that Miss Pat from Blessed GMP did last week. Some of the questions I've answered on like previous ones, but I needed something to talk about while I'm sitting here with this mask on, which this mask, by the way, I got from Stephanie, the Opinionated Horsewoman, in some friend mail. And it's this soothing avocado cotton cupra mask. And it's from Whole Foods, which I didn't realize that when I opened it, and I saw it just now when I was tearing it open. I was like, oh, that's cool. It must have come in one of those. I know they did like a beauty mystery bag, like around the holidays. And then she gave me these eye masks too. So I've got the eye masks on. So, and I got my jade roller here. This definitely won't dry out as muggy as it is today. I won't have to worry about that. Sometimes when I do these Mask Monday videos where I'm wearing a sheet mask in the wintertime, like they would dry out so fast because it was so dry, but I'm not gonna have that problem today. So, got my laptop pulled up here. I'm actually gonna put it on my lap so that I can stare at the camera instead of staring off to the side. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so this is an all about me tag. The first question is, where were you born? In a hospital? No, I'm just being a smart aleck. I was born here in Milwaukee, where I live. Are you married? Yes. To my wonderful husband, Ricky. Do we have any kids? No, we do not. Just fur babies. Got little Princey over there, and then Coco, our dog, she's downstairs. She never comes up here when I film, so I don't know. She doesn't want to be around. What do you do for a living, or if retired, what did you do? Definitely not retired. I'm an account manager for a magazine publisher, and I wear a ton of hats. I do marketing, I do customer service, I was traveling pre-COVID. We're a very, very small company. There's less than 20 employees. We don't have a call center. So part of my job is to take phone calls for people that call to say they didn't receive their magazine. And that always starts on the first of the month. But we're now open Saturday and Sundays. So that means tomorrow morning we'll probably have 30, 40 voicemail messages, and which may not be a lot for some people, but when you're in a department of 3, it's a lot. And then there's calls coming in on top of that. So this is our busy week. So I'm kind of not looking forward to it. Anyway, so that's what I do for a living. Are your parents, oh no, ever live in another country was the next question. No, I visited, I've been to Europe, and I've been to Mexico. Never been to Canada. Those are the only places I've visited, but I've never lived in another country. Never even lived in another state. I've visited quite a few states, and I've lived in other parts of southeast Wisconsin, but I've always lived in this general area. Why did you, I keep skipping questions. Are your parents still living? Yes, they are. My dad just had a birthday a couple weeks ago, and he turned 82. I had to do the math in my head. And my mom is 78. So they are still living. They are separated, but not divorced. Fun fact, they got separated only a few years ago. Can you guys believe that? My parents got separated when they're in their 70s. My family's crazy. We still get together though on holidays and stuff, and it's not too awkward. They've only been separated for a few years, like 3 or 4. So just shy of their 50th wedding anniversary. Another story for another time. But I love them both dearly, and they still get along. So we're all getting together for dinner on Thursday, and it'll be fine with my brother and Ricky. And so Why did you start your YouTube channel? So I started it after my good friend Kim from Kimmy's Boxes. I used to watch her lives when I could catch them. If I didn't catch them live, I'd try to watch them on, replays of her doing her unboxings. And I had gotten Ipsy before, and Birchbox and FabFitFun before I even knew that people did unboxing videos. They're just things that I got for a little while. And I started watching her videos. I was like, well, these are fun, her lives. And then when she started a YouTube channel and then she started shouting out other people and I started watching everybody else's and I'm like, well, I could do that, and I like getting subscription boxes and I like talking. And it was, during this pandemic where everybody's kind of stuck in the house. So that's why I decided to do it. Do you have siblings? Yes, as I mentioned, I have a brother. He's 5 years older than me. He doesn't have any kids either. So my parents have no grandkids other than the fur babies. So, favorite vacation spot? In the US, I'd probably say Florida. The last time I was there was in 2013 with my best friend. And I was in France once, when I was in my 20s, which was really, really beautiful. And I'd love to go back. Vegas is always fun too. So, and then here within the state, my favorite place would be Door County. If you're not familiar with Door County, Wisconsin, you should look it up. It's beautiful, gorgeous. It's where Ricky and I went for our honeymoon. Dream vacation. I have several, but I've always wanted to go to Australia and New Zealand and India. Those are like bucket list places for me. Do you have any phobias? Yes, I am afraid of heights. I'm claustrophobic. Those are really the two main ones. Yeah, so, I have a couple of, I don't like snakes and spiders, but not to the point. None of my phobias are like crippling or anything, thank God. I have had a panic attack over heights before though, which was very awkward. I was just telling the story to Ricky yesterday. Because I work for a magazine publisher, sometimes we go visit different printers where our magazines are published, or they're actually printed, I should say. And we were at a printing press and they were giving us a tour of this building and we saw where all the big presses are. And then they're like, let's go, there's a second floor and let's go up there and look at, I don't even remember what was up there, but a different part of the printing press. So we walked up there and it was just beams. The floor was just beams with boards on top of them. And some of them were gapped and you could see down and I couldn't walk across them. I was shaking. I had a panic attack and my coworkers were laughing at me. So that was fun. I turned around and went back downstairs. I couldn't walk they were gonna walk from one side to the other side and get this tour of whatever was up there. I don't even remember, probably because I was freaking out. I had to turn around, go back the same way I came. And nobody was understanding about it. Nobody asked if I was okay. And at the time I had only been with the company a few months, so maybe they just didn't know me enough to feel bad. I don't know. But years later, when people knew me better, we went on they would do these stupid team building things. I hate this kind of stuff, you guys, where you go on these adventures. One time we went and did a cooking class, which was fun, but all that kind of stuff. Well, someone had the brilliant idea to do a ropes course. And most of the stuff was a foot off the ground. So I was fine with that. But then there was a zip line and they wanted to go down it and I wouldn't go. And nobody could understand why. They just thought it was funny for some reason. I don't understand people sometimes. And I've been with the company for 20 years and I'd like to think that people, are my friends, but I'm not sure why they were like that, or if it's just people don't know how to react to stuff. So they make light of it, maybe. I don't know. But it was very uncomfortable and I felt like a big goober because I was the only one that didn't want to do this zip lining. So no one did it. So then I felt even worse because no one did it because Laura wouldn't go. You guys could go. I would stand down here and watch you, and I would have clapped and stuff, but I digress. So those are my phobia stories. Your greatest fear, probably, I've mentioned this before, like something happening to, you know, my loved one, something happening to Ricky, or, you know, something like that. Greatest joy, well, my husband, the fur babies, YouTube. I have so much fun with it. Shopping, I love shopping. And then our niece and her little one is, if you guys haven't watched the short I posted, I think it was like a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. It's just us at one of Ricky's baseball practices, and our niece, and she brought the baby, and it's just her laughing, and it's just the sound of babies laughing is like one of my favorite sounds in the whole world. So those are some of my greatest joys. So that's more than one, but that's okay. Favorite type of video to film, probably haul videos, you know, thrift shops and TJ Maxx and Dollar Tree, that kind of stuff. Favorite type of video to watch, I like watching the Mask Monday and the Q&As of other people, and people's haul videos, the challenges. I don't really have one favorite. Not beauty related though. This is something you guys probably don't know about me. Actually, I know you don't know because I've never talked about it on here before. The very first stuff that I ever like really got into on YouTube before I started watching, you know, this kind of stuff, is pimple popping videos. I love them. And not the really gross ones like Dr. Pimple Popper does, like where they're giant, like cysts and there's a lot of blood, and I don't like those. I like blackhead videos because I'm weird. I find it so relaxing. It helps me sleep at night. I know it might be weird to some people, but I find it super relaxing. So that's actually my all-time type of favorite video to watch. Then if we're talking beauty stuff, it's the hauls and the mystery bundles and the battles and all that stuff. Those are so much fun to me. Do you have a hobby other than YouTube? Shopping? Coco's barking like somebody walking past. I'm sorry. The joys of having a dog. I'm just gonna keep talking and we'll just ignore her. Ricky's not home to tell her to stop, so she's just gonna keep going till whoever's walking by is out of her earshot. I like to read. I don't do it as much as I used to. Like I said, I like to shop. Play games on my phone. I don't have any like super cool hobbies. Like I'm not a crafter. Yeah, so. Favorite genre of music. Pop, R&B, hip hop, rock. It's hard to pick one. I kind of like a little bit of everything. I'm not really into country. I even like classical. I like jazz. I just love all kinds of music. So, are you a reader? And if so, what type of books? I already said I was a reader. I jumped ahead and I didn't even know it. I am a reader. I like mostly thrillers and mysteries. I haven't been reading as much as I used to, as I mentioned before, but I do love reading. Sometimes romance, but I don't like, some of them are so corny. I don't like a lot of historical stuff, and I don't like fantasy. Basically, I want to escape but not have to think too much, if that makes sense. So I just like kind of a light, like a good page turner. Those are the kind of books I like. Early bird or night owl? I am a recovered night owl. I miss being a night owl, but I just can't sleep in anymore. I tried to stay awake for Ricky to come home from work last night. He got home at 12:30. I was asleep by midnight, which is late for me. And I woke up today, I am not kidding, at 5:30. I was so mad. Now, normally I don't wake up that early on the weekends. Usually, though, 6, 7, if I'm 7 is like sleeping in for me. I don't know. I just pop up, I wake up. It's so frustrating. I can't sleep in for the life of me. I did take a nap this afternoon because I was super, super tired. So, what is the weirdest thing you have eaten? Probably marrow, like bone marrow. I don't like a lot of weird foods. I don't even like seafood. But it was like a mousse, you know, and then you like dip something in it. and a friend of ours was eating it, and she said, try it. I really think you'd like it. And sure enough, it was really good. I wouldn't ever order it or probably eat it again, but I actually did like it. So anyway, this has been 15 minutes. That was the last question. I'll copy and paste this tag and put it in the description below. Oh, it says to leave it on for 15 minutes. So how about that? Which is good, because this is the only part that's like starting to come off. So I got this headband from Stephanie as well. So I'm all decked out in Opinionated Horsewoman items today. Got these eye masks from her, the sheet mask, and the headband. And some friend mail. So, and I've got my hair back in a ponytail, and I've got a headband on. It's like suspenders and a belt. Because I have, like, you know, little hairs that come out. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. Ooh, just gonna rub in the excess serum. Oh, that's a really nice mask. My face looks a little red, but I promise you that's not from the mask. It's because it's so hot here, as I mentioned. But I liked that this was cooling, though. Yeah, it says help nourish and soothe skin and relieve sensitive areas. And I do have sensitive skin. I break out, but I'm also sensitive. So that's super fun. Anyway, this was the mask that she got from Whole Foods, and I really, really enjoyed it. So thank you so much, Stephanie. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I have a birthday giveaway going on. I posted that video yesterday, Sunday, so check that out. It closes next week, Monday, so a week from today. So thanks again for watching, everybody. I'll see you in my next video.